There's only one that can do what Caitlin Clark did. Bring all those eyes. For pure basketball purists, there's nobody like her. On the court, what she did, and I don't know if you saw, Indiana Fever yesterday posted this clip of Caitlin, and the caption was just her accolades, and it took 5 minutes to read. And I'm like, girl, do you want to chill at all? She doesn't know.
Zero. And listen, I think this is probably the easiest to say.
There's only one player who can do what Caitlin Clark did, bring all those eyes for a true basketball purist. There's nobody like her on the court. I don't know if you saw the clip the Indiana Fever posted yesterday, but the caption was just a list of her accolades, and it took 5 minutes to read. I'm thinking, girl, do you ever take a break? But she's relentless, and honestly, I think that's what makes her so special.
Caitlin Clark is the face, the head honcho of the WNBA. Quite frank, I don't know how this is still in existence, but she is bringing butts to the seat, and that's all that matters. She's marketable. She got charisma.
Caitlin Clark is rewriting the playbook on what it means to be a superstar. After a record-breaking season, she's earned some of the most prestigious awards, including Times Athlete of the Year, SBJ's Business Athlete of the Year, and AP Female Athlete of the Year. And the twist? She hasn't even stepped onto the court for this one. Clark's winning streak spans far beyond basketball, covering the entire world of athletics. Let that sink in.
Close talent-wise, though. Let's keep it real, right? It's obvious she's jealous of Caitlin. Every interview, every tweet, everything is about Caitlin. I haven't yet to see Caitlin even respond to her yet. When we talk about, like, Angel saying that she had a part of it, I get what she's saying, but she seeked that attention, right? And then we did all this. That wasn't into that team. She was seeking for it. She kept trying to find her to do this to her. Get it?
But not everyone is celebrating. Enter Angel Reese, whose reaction to Clark's success has been far from gracious. Reese isn't just disagreeing. She's openly dismissing Clark's well-deserved recognition. Is Reese refusing to acknowledge greatness, or is there something deeper at play here?
Her attention she's getting, she's earned from outside of the game. When I watch her play, I mean, does that look special? You think people are coming to attendance to see some rebounds? Cool. So 11 points per game, that's the 5th highest on her team. Well, that's cool. So when we look at the attendance, like who's really watching the games, right? She said Angels team, right, in Chicago. And their attendance, 6,000, 6,000, 12,000, 9,000, 8,000, 8,000, and then 17,000. Whoa, why was it 17,000? Who she played? Who thinks she played?
Can you believe the chaos surrounding Caitlin Clark's success? This isn't just about another award. It's fueling a so-called rivalry that's creating drama. But let's be real. It's not much of a rivalry when one side is breaking records and the other seems more focused on keeping up with social media trends than on actual on-court achievements.
Tell you who the is not marketable is this Reese, who seems to feel like people are going to games to see her. She's flabbergasted on why she's not being marketed. You go to this girl TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media she has. I did a little stalking, and you know what she reminds me of? Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, that's who she reminds me of. Hot girl summer.
This story has it all. Clark's unmatched skill, her relentless drive, and Reese's eyebrow-raising reactions. No wonder the basketball world can't stop talking. But the real question is, why does Clark's well-earned recognition seem to rattle Reese so much? Is it jealousy, denial, or simply an unwillingness to admit greatness when it's staring her in the face?
Just have to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs to Kate.
Let's dive in. Caitlin Clark's latest achievements are no fluke. They're the result of a season that has redefined what it means to have a breakout year in the WNBA. Her stats, poise, and ability to deliver in the clutch make her dominance undeniable. Curious how she pulled it off? Don't worry, we're about to break it down.
It's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of like just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22.
First up, let's talk about Caitlin Clark's record-breaking dominance. She didn't just set records. She obliterated them in jaw-dropping fashion. 62. That's the number of records she smashed in just her rookie year. Let that sink in. This isn't just history in the making. It's a total redefinition of what's possible in the WNBA. While most players dream of breaking one or two records, Clark took the record book and completely rewrote it.
History for the FIBA rookie. At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from.
And the best part? Her achievements aren't just numbers on paper, they translate into wins. Clark was the driving force behind the Indiana Fever, clinching their first playoff spot in nearly a decade. Yes, she's a standout individually, but her impact has completely transformed her team's trajectory. That's the difference between being great and being legendary.
Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon.
And it doesn't stop there. Clark's influence off the court is just as game-changing. Get this, WNBA merchandise sales skyrocketed by an unbelievable 500% during her rookie season. That's not a misprint, a six-fold surge driven by her incredible appeal. Clark didn't just sell jerseys, she turned the WNBA into a must-watch brand. Attendance is breaking records, viewership is climbing, and the league is reaching audiences it's never connected with before. Clark isn't just a star, she's a movement.
Well enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great. Chicago Stadium was, a third full. He's getting the lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting all of his games are on TV. And he just was a polarizing figure. And Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of.
Even sports economists are starting to feel the Caitlin Clark effect. Leviel, a prominent expert, didn't hold back, calling Clark a lightning rod for women's basketball, and she's spot on. Clark's impact isn't just rewriting history, it's reshaping the future of the sport. Some are even drawing comparisons to Michael Jordan, crediting her with revolutionizing the game's popularity on a scale that few thought possible.
Look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can.
Let's talk numbers, because Clark's rookie season isn't just a spectacle. It's a gold mine. Her presence alone is estimated to have pumped a jaw-dropping $36 million into the Indianapolis economy. Let that sink in. That kind of ripple effect has team owners and city officials grinning from ear to ear. And it doesn't stop there. Lab predicts that women's professional basketball as a whole is on track to grow by an astonishing $1.6 billion over the next 3 years, all thanks to this phenomenon named Caitlin Clark. Yes, that's billion with a capital B. A true game changer.
Was the most valuable player every single year because of what he meant to his team and what he meant to the league. And, oh, by the way, winning 6 titles. Can't argue with that. Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she is doing what she's doing and at a very high level, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been.
Marketable because of the way you present yourself. Oh, look at me. I'm hot girl summer. Hi, turn that girl. Turn. Like, go sit your ass down. People are only looking at you because you're competing with Caitlin. If there's a game, they're showing up for Caitlin, not for you. It's on your game. That's what you need. You know why? Because she got that MJ mentality. She in there training nonstop. That's why she busting threes out. Meanwhile, you don't.
What is your stance on that? So my whole thing was like, when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. Like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can just hoop. I'm like, all right, cool. It's because you started killing it. Well, yeah.
And they're like, oh,
I'm still a rookie. I'm still figuring it out.
There's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark. In the history of her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off.
Skinny white girl was the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA. She's already the most exciting and entertaining player in the league, the entire league, the one you can't take your eyes off.
Wilson is her name. Quote, "It doesn't matter what we all do as black women, we're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race."
Going to cut down 22-year-old Caitlin Clark, who has single-handedly changed the game, brought in millions of other young fans, old fans. How about the ratings in college basketball for her? Record ratings. And now in her very short WNBA career, shattering records. Isn't that a win for everyone? What are we doing and why? Please stop. Let's celebrate Caitlin Clark, celebrate her greatness, celebrate her courage to keep